Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, welcome to another Sunday night YouTuber live stream. My name is Dean. Tonight, I'm answering your creator questions. I'm answering your YouTuber questions. And if you do have a question, look at the pinned comment in the chat or head down to the description. I got a link down there. It's going to open up a form. You can drop your question in there. First come, first serve on that. Snooze, you lose. So head down there right now and drop your question if you haven't done so already. And give this a thumbs up right out of the gate. Let's just give this a thumbs up. Smash a thumbs up. How's everybody doing? How was your week? How has your weekend been thus far? My weekend has been not very productive, to be honest with you, but the weather's great. The doors are open. The air is good. Having an awesome day. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Chime in. Let me know where you're watching from. Pixelpia, how you doing? Savage Turtle, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. Giorgio, how you doing? Zane, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you in here. Looks like everybody is doing well. Hey, Barbara, how you doing? Hey, Lydia from South India, how you doing? Hope you are safe there. For anybody who is watching this in India, stay safe over there. Looks like things are getting a little bit crazy. Anthony, how you doing? Okay, so look, I'm going to jump right into it. The questions have already started piling up. And the first one, we're just going to get right into it today. I want to power through as many questions as possible. That's the way I can be the most helpful to you guys today. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one from the Xiaogu fangirl. Where were you at? We had a members live stream an hour and a half ago. So we had a members live stream, which we do every Sunday for members only, where I actually do channel reviews. And you said, please give my channel another look. I've been doing some positive changes and would love some feedback. Thank you and God bless you. Thank you very much. So during these normal live streams, we're not doing channel reviews. That's what the members live streams are for. You're a channel member. You got to make sure to head out over those members live streams. But if you want to make a post over in the Facebook group, I'll be happy to look at it there. But just a little tip, because I did take a peek, you're not taking advantage of the pinned comment or links in your description. So that would be the tips that I would have for you right now. Next question is from Puppy Life. Hey, Puppy Life, how you doing? Question is, okay, we answered that one over in the members live stream as well. Next question from 30 Day Reviews. Hey, Justin, how you doing, man? He says, I have reviewed products for a company for free for a couple of years now, and I would like to continue, but with compensation attached. How do I say that I'd like compensation without it sounding unprofessional? Okay, that's a great question. And my question to you is, did they contact you and say, hey, review our products? Or did you contact them and say, hey, I would like to review your products? So how this relationship was developed kind of matters. If they're the ones who reached out to you first, if they continually reach out to you and says, hey, we've got a new product, well, the next time they can do that, what you can do is you can send them back a media kit, right? You need to put a media kit together, put your demographics in there, talk about what kind of views, what your reach is on the different platforms. You can send back a media kit and say, hey, I'm not doing free reviews anymore. Now I'm charging this, and these are my terms, right? But if you're the one who reached out to them, I don't know what kind of views you're getting on their videos, but if you do have some wiggle room there, if you're getting a lot of views or if you're driving a lot of sales, if you're driving sales through Amazon or something like that, then you can show them, hey, I'm sending this many sales to your product through Amazon. I would love to work out some sort of a long-term relationship with you where I can be compensated for reviewing your products. Again, you're going to need a media kit. You're going to need something where it shows them what your demographics are, what your data is on your site, so on and so forth. So I think it depends on who started that conversation and what you've done for them. Hopefully you haven't done too much for them. That's been free. But again, your channel is probably growing. You probably have more influence now, so don't be afraid to ask for it. You just got to make sure that you ask for something that makes sense for you and it makes sense for them. And if they don't agree, that's fine. Find another brand to work with. All right, next question comes from Zane Shah, who says, I did a small course on Photoshop to make my thumbnail click-worthy. Very cool, man. I like that you're investing into that. Next, I want to learn storytelling skills and video editing to improve my audience retention. Any tips for storytelling and any video editing to make engagement better? Yeah, I actually have two recommendations for you, and this goes for everyone in here. So the first one is, let me find his channel here. The first one is go subscribe to this guy right here. Whoopsie, what happened? I'm going to pull up his channel. So if you're interested in storytelling, His name is Jevin Dovey. You've probably seen me do some collabs with Jevin in the past. Fantastic filmmaker, fantastic YouTuber. As you can see, 660,000 subscribers. He's kicking off a new series on his channel. He just launched it 7 hours ago. How to vlog and be a better storyteller. He's kicking off an entire series to teach you how to become a better storyteller. So if that's something that you're interested in, head over to Jevin's channel. Let him know that D sent you. Leave a comment. Let him know where the love came from. And get on board with what he's doing there. The guy's absolutely brilliant with what he does. And there's another one. I always spell it wrong. Hellier Smith. There it is. And if you want to learn about editing, go subscribe to this gentleman right here, Hellier Smith. He is, looks like there's a problem here. He is the video editor for Logan Paul. A lot of you probably know who Logan Paul is. Love or hate Logan Paul. This guy is the brains behind the video editing. He is absolutely brilliant. And he does paid Zoom sets. This is the second time I've talked about this today. He does paid sessions on Zoom. It's group calls, so you might have 10 or 20 or 30 people in there. It might be like $50 or something, where he breaks down editing and gives you tips and tricks on how they get people to watch the Logan Paul videos to the end in some cases. So those are my recommendations for you. Next question comes from Quote Speak, who says, hey, D, my channel is 5 days old with 15 videos. Okay, congratulations. Welcome to YouTube. What video editor do you recommend for a beginner? Great question. I'm going to look into the chat here to see if I've missed anything. Hold on. What do we got going on here? Hey, El Jefe. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you in here, boss. And I just realized I changed all my colors by accident. We need to change that. I wasn't even paying attention. Hold on. I got to change my background color. Hold on. What background color are we going to use? I'm using, didn't even mean to do that. I wasn't even paying attention. So my fixtures, and I've disconnected apps. You got to love apps for changing colors. What do we got? Let's, how about that? We're going to do like a reddish color. Or maybe we can come down. Yeah, let's go to some purple. There we go. We're going to rock purple. Okay. So Heavy Metal Chef, what is going on, my man? Eric Waite, Whiskey Studies. How you doing? Okay, so if you're just getting started with video editing, I'm going to give you a rundown. If you are on a computer and you're doing everything on a computer and you want free software to get up and running, check out DaVinci Resolve. They have a free version. It's super powerful. You can edit really professional stuff with DaVinci Resolve. There's tons of tutorials on YouTube to teach you how to use it. DaVinci Resolve is totally free. If you're doing this on an Android phone, I would look at VLLO, or I would look at VN, or I would look at CapCut. I would look at those three. If you're on an iPhone, I would look at CapCut, VN or VLLO, or Video Leap. Those are going to be either free versions or they're going to be versions that are not that expensive. If you have an iPad, I would look at a one-time fee with an iPad, probably LumaFusion. A little bit of a learning curve there, but it's super powerful. If you don't mind paying, you can also move into KineMaster or Power Director. That's pretty much all of them. And of course, you have an iPhone, you can also use iMovie. That's also for free. Should we keep the purplish pink? Should we keep this? You're on Android. Yeah, so VN, VLLO, CapCut. One of those is going to get you started. And I think all three of them are free. I think maybe one or two of them might have like an upgraded plan, but you can use most of those for free. Then you can figure out what you want. You know, when it comes to video editing, it's difficult to recommend, you know, what you should use because it depends on what you need as a video editor, right? If you come to me and you're like, hey, I'm just doing simple videos with hard cuts. I'm not really doing anything else. It's just me vlogging. Well, you just need the most basic editor possible. So look, get like CapCut or get, you know, you already have iMovie if you have an iPhone, but if you're like, hey, I need motion graphics, I need things that are going to track my, you know, I want to be tracked and I want things moving around on the screen. Okay, then you're going to need something more advanced. So what you're doing is going to depend, or it's going to change my answer there. Whatever flows, we feed off your energy as a host. I love it. And I just realized, yeah, so my colors are changed. I changed everything here. We need to get rid of this. Hold on, what do we got? Boom, there we go. We're going to do that. Okay, next question. Jack Starr asks the next question, who says, what app software did you use to make your thumbnail for this live stream? And what app or software do you make your thumbnails? Great question. I make the majority of my thumbnails using Adobe Photoshop. That's only because I've been using Adobe Photoshop since it was first released. Like the very first version of Adobe Photoshop, I got on board with that, and I've been using it the entire time. Now, I do have a couple of thumbnails on my channel that I made with Snapseed, right? If you're just getting started, you want to do some basic thumbnails, Snapseed is great. I've got a couple of thumbnails that I've made with PixArt, right? That's an app. I got a couple of thumbnails that I made with Pixel Lab, but the majority of my thumbnails on my channel are made with Photoshop. I'm faster with it. I'm more efficient with it. I know it inside and out. Yeah, well, not everything. I know 90% of Photoshop. I don't know it all, but I know 90% of it. But, you know, it's one of those things where you just use whatever works the best for you. And we got a super chat.
Super chat.
Steve Crafter asking, dropping the first super chat of the day. Actually, the first one that I've seen, unless I've missed one. Says, how can I make my videos interesting? Okay, that's a great question. Steve Crafter, I don't know if you're making craft videos or not, or if that's actually your last name. Let me look you up here. Steve Crafter. Let me see what kind of videos you're making. What are you making, Steve? Okay, so first of all, I don't know what you're doing. Looks like you're playing some games. Okay, you're playing games. You're playing Minecraft. You're playing Toy Story. Okay, so here's what you need to do. You need to go on YouTube and start typing in the titles of the games that you play. Look at the top videos that show up in YouTube search. Look at the thumbnails. Look at what they're doing on their thumbnails. Study them, because that's why they're beating you, okay, in the thumbnail game. Then look at their videos. Look at how they edit their videos, right? In terms of making your video interesting, it comes down to editing. It comes down to how you shoot the video in the first place, and then what you do with that with the edit. That's what it all comes down to. So study the channels that are succeeding for the games that you're playing to give you a good idea of what to strive for. Once you understand the basics, once you understand, oh, okay, that's how they did that, that's how they did this, once you understand those things, then you can come up with your own style. But until you do come up with your own style, study the ones who are succeeding and try to mimic those at first until you understand, right, how things are working. As soon as you're like, oh, I get that. I get this. Now I know how this works. Then develop your own style. Here's a question out of the chat. Does a 1-minute video get more views? Time? No. I mean, your topic has everything to do with it, and the actual thumbnail has everything to do with it, right? If you have a garbage title or an unattractive title, if your thumbnail doesn't look good, doesn't matter how long your video is, people are not going to click on it. So don't think in terms of 1 minute's going to do better. Your topic and your thumbnail have everything to do with that. Now, that being said, and you guys can answer this in the chat right now. If you type something in for YouTube, let's say theoretically, let's say, give me, okay, here we go. Say this is the topic. Say the topic is how to grow my channel. So let's say you go to YouTube and you type in how to grow my channel, okay? All the results are gonna be how to grow your channel. And let's say all the videos right at the top say all the thumbnails look really good. All of them look great. The titles, everything looks really great, but they're different times, right? Are you gonna click the longest one? Are you gonna click the middle length one? Or are you gonna click the shortest one? I'm gonna click the shortest one. If they're all equally appealing to me, there's 4 videos there, and they all look really good, but one of them is like a minute or 2 minutes shorter, I'm clicking the shorter one. So there's that. Pixelpia dropping the funk.
Super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, much appreciated. 15 minutes was long enough. Barbara says, I've been told that description does not help the video. It's the content. What do you say, everyone? Okay, so description is considered metadata, okay? Metadata does play a small role in helping YouTube getting your videos in front of the right people, right? But in terms of overall importance, it's going to be topic and title and thumbnail, right? That's what's going to get them to click, right? You got to get them to click before anything else. Then after they click, then you have to actually edit your video in a way that keeps them watching. So topic and title, thumbnail, then it comes down to video performance, but the actual metadata themselves, or the metadata itself, it helps get in front of the right people, right? That being said, you have all seen videos that don't use descriptions and you don't use tags. In that case, they've got a great thumbnail, great topic, great title, great video. They can get away with that. But description can help a little bit, right? It's not going to be like you craft the perfect description and your video is going to be viral. Think of your description in terms of just trying to give YouTube as much information as possible so they make sure that the right audience gets matched up with your videos, right? But it's not going to be like, wow, I've got a perfect description and my video is going to go viral. It's not going to work like that. Hey, Doug, down there lurking, still lurking. All right, next question. Next question comes from, did I answer that one already? Let me see. Yep. Oh, yeah. So best free editing software on Windows 10 desktops, that's going to be DaVinci Resolve. Next question comes from Jack Star again. What do you think YouTube Shorts will... Great question. Do you think YouTube Shorts will take over TikTok? Now, before I give you my answer on that, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Do all of you think that YouTube Shorts will take over TikTok? Do you think it's going to beat TikTok? Type in yes or no in the chat right now. I know what I think, and I'm going to tell you what I think here in a little bit. We're going to talk about why I think that. But first, I'm going to hydrate. And I want to say thank you to StreamYard. This is their cup. Thank you to StreamYard for sponsoring today's live stream. StreamYard is what I'm using to live stream. It's how I am pulling these questions, your comments up on the screen right here. It's super easy. You just go through and you click whatever you want, and it shows up right on the screen here. And you can use StreamYard totally for free for up to 20 hours per month. I got a link to StreamYard down in the description below. Okay, so a lot of you said no. Some of you said yes. Eric Waite says, nope, YouTube Shorts is a fad. Interesting. Doug says, no, TikTok is the king of shorts. Pixelpia says, I think YouTube Shorts will be different and have its own audience. All right, so we got some real interesting replies here. Are you drinking? Barbara, are you drinking gin? No, I'm drinking agua. I'm drinking agua here in a duck cup. Yeah, so wow, you guys have there's a lot of back and forth here. Really interesting. YouTube needs a separate app for it. Okay, so here's what I think. As is, I do not think YouTube Shorts is a competitor for TikTok in any way, shape, or form. TikTok dominates. It absolutely dominates, and I do not think YouTube Shorts is competition for TikTok in its current form. Here's what's happening. TikTok users, people who have succeeded on TikTok, or people are just stealing content off of TikTok, but people who are on TikTok, all they're doing, they're taking their TikTok videos and they're putting it all over these other platforms. They're putting it on YouTube Shorts, they're putting it on Dubsmash, Likey, Instagram Reels. So they're focusing on TikTok first. And all these other places are just kind of places to dump their content, right? Okay, I already made it. I'm going to dump it on these other platforms. YouTube Shorts, as is not a competitor to TikTok. It's just another way of us viewing short videos inside of YouTube. Now, if YouTube changes that, like Zane recommends, if they come out with a separate app, YouTube Shorts, then it might be a competitor with TikTok if they can do all the functionality that TikTok has. So I think they could potentially compete with TikTok, but in its current form, I don't see any way that they're actually going to take a bite out of TikTok. It just seems like an add-on to YouTube and not really a competition for TikTok in its current form. They could change that. They could change that. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to ask another question here, or answer another question. This one comes from Zafu Edits, who says, by the way, I've got a pinned comment in the chat there and down in the description. So if you do have a question, go down there, click on the link, or go up there, click on the link. It's going to pop open a thing. Drop your question in there. That's how it guarantees that I see your question, because I don't see what's happening in the chat right now. When I'm making eye contact, I don't see what's happening in the chat. But you drop your question in the form, I'm going to see it for sure. It is first come, first serve, and I will close these down at some point. So if you got a question, run down there and do that right now. And it doesn't cost you anything to do it. It's free. Okay, this one comes from Zafu Edits. It says, it feels like my channel is a bit stagnant now. How can I start growing more? That's a great question. So you've got a YouTube channel. You feel like you're stagnant. You feel like you're not growing. I'm just going to take a peek here at your channel to see what's going on. See how long you've been on YouTube. Wow, you have some really cool looking thumbnails. So congratulations on that. It doesn't, I'm looking right here. So it looks like, hey, what is going on here? It looks like you took quite some time off. So it looks like for almost a year, like you didn't upload for a year and then you uploaded again 2 months ago. So here's the thing. You're stagnant. You took a really long time off. You took like what, 10 months off or something like that. So try to be consistent. Don't over upload. It looks like you're uploading a lot, but if you upload the type of content that you're making once a week, I think that's fine. If you're stagnant, it's because of the topics. It's because of the type of content that you're making. So if what you're making isn't working, change it up a little bit. Look at channels in your niche that are succeeding, right? There are channels in your niche. Okay, here's what I'm doing, and type in, your title in YouTube and seeing what other videos are doing better than yours and say, what are they doing where they're succeeding? It could be the topics. It could be how they're editing their videos. Study the ones who are succeeding, and they'll give you some indication of what you need to be doing in order to compete with them. But you're making a ton of videos and you're really not seeing much growth. So you're going to have to change it up a bit because what you're doing generally is not working, which means that you're having a hard time connecting with an audience. Thumbnails look great. I don't know what's going on with your videos. I'm not watching that. But you're going to have to make some sort of a shift if you want to grow, because you've been at this for 2 years and you're not really making any progress. So study the people who are succeeding and figure out why they're succeeding. Look at how they're editing. Look at their topics. Look at how they're structuring things. Move forward that way. Next question comes from Architectural Sheet Metal 101. Hey, man. It says, how do I get more organic views and how much external traffic should I be generating? Okay, well, we're going to work this one backwards. How much external traffic should you be generating? Well, Google eventually is going to put you in Google. You're going to get Google results eventually anyway if you're not doing it already, especially if you're doing how-to type content where you're teaching people how to do things. It's only a matter of time before Google starts to rank you, so you're going to get external traffic there. If you've got a Facebook group or you're part of a Facebook group, you can get external traffic from there. If you have a blog, you can get external traffic from there. If you're sharing videos on Twitter, you can get external traffic from there, so on and so forth. So I wouldn't think in terms of how much external traffic I should be generating. I would be thinking more of how can I make a deeper connection? How can I make my titles better? How can I make my thumbnails better on YouTube? Because that's how you're going to get more organic growth. Let me look at your channel real quick. I haven't looked at it in a while. Give me just a second here. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think you've recently started. Let me double check here. Yeah, you've been at this for 6 months. So, you got 700 subscribers. So congratulations on the 700 milestone. And, you're at the stage now where you're kind of molding your channel into shape. I see you've changed your channel art again, which is great. You got videos like how to make a pipe, keep the snow out. Here's the thing you want to do. I want to share your channel for 1 second. Hey, Walter's World is in the house. What is going on? I bet you're happy to get ready to hit the road again. Getting vaccinated, get ready to get on the road. Probably not in a couple months, but maybe by the end of the year, hopefully. Let me share this really quick. Architectural sheet metal. So one thing that I would do, and again, some of this traffic might be coming from search because of the type of search traffic. People go to YouTube. How do I do this, right? But like notice when you have breakout videos like this one here, right? How to walk on a metal roof safely in 2021. Like that one really connected, right? 700 views on that one. You've got this one down here. How to install chimney flashing using. Right, that one, 2.8 thousand views. So those are only a month old. So what I would do is try to think about what could I do to do like a part 2 to these videos, or do like an extension of these videos, or have another angle to these videos, because those really connected. And, you know, with all of our channels, the things that we need to really pay attention to is when we make videos that work and stand out videos. When you've got videos that are making, you know, 200 views, 300 views, and boom, here's 2,000 views. Boom, here's 700 views. Boom, here's 800 views. Those are standout videos. You need to do more videos like that. That doesn't always mean it's going to work, but it means that people responded to those. It means there's an audience that's looking for that type of content. So try to come up with a way to come up with a part 2 or possibly even a part 3, or build it out into an entire playlist series where you can walk people through a series of videos that are similar to that. So that's what I would do in your situation. You know, you've got some things that have not connected. Do more of the things that have connected and less of the things that haven't. Also, keep in mind that when you are making how-to type content, there's a good chance that a large majority of your traffic is eventually going to end up being search-based traffic. That's what my channel is like that too. And that can sometimes take months before YouTube puts you in a good ranking when people actually search for something. So just keep going, man. Keep going. You're fairly new. A lot of competition for what you're doing. Your thumbnails look good. You're constantly learning. You're fine-tuning all this. I think you're in great shape. Just keep going and just lean more into the things that you find that are working on your channel. That's what I got for you. And that is what I got for you. All right, next question comes from Kulos Koei TV. He says, do 1-minute videos gain more views? I already answered that one. I grabbed that one out of the chat. Ray J asks the next question. He says, hey, D, good evening. Good evening to you, too. My views dropped a whole lot, and I was just wondering if you could help me figure out why. Okay, show of hands. How many people in here? Hey, that's right. Don't forget to give D a big old thumbs up. That's right. Give me a big thumbs up. How many people in here have lost a lot of traffic over the last 2 months? How many people have seen their traffic go down over the last, say, 2 months? I'm going to hold my hand up first here. So if you've seen your traffic go down in the past 2 months, just say yes. Type in yes in the chat. D spins a sign outside of his place to drive traffic. I do. I'm a manimator. I'm a manimator. I've got the whole spinny thing outside. That's how I do it. Yes. Yes. Here we go. Yes. Yes. All right, so here's what's happening. Yes, hey, Ghost Dog, how's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a while. So here's what's happening, and Savvy Turtle nailed it here. So what we're seeing is a lot, not all channels, but a lot of channels saw an enormous spike in traffic. Like if you've been at this for a while, you have a lot of videos, there's a good chance you saw a small, medium, sometimes large swell of traffic when the world shut down, right? When everybody locked down and everybody was inside, internet traffic all around the world just skyrocketed. And a lot of people were on YouTube. You know, my channel took a huge spike. And then guess what happened as soon as people started going outside again? Depending on where you are, depending on what you feel about the situation, some people are like, I've had enough, I'm going outside. The weather also changed, right? They're out of winter, springtime came, summertime is, right? People are outside, people are getting vaccinated. All of these things where less people are actually inside now, which means less people are watching YouTube videos, which means that traffic is going back down. I saw a huge swell, and as soon as people started going outside again, it was almost like a cliff where people were like, yes, we're going outside again. So that happened to a lot of channels.
Super chat.
Granonymous NPK, thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Freedom Stacker, how you doing? Yard Sales and Dreams, how you doing? I need to hydrate. No, I know you don't have it. Yeah, you're asking. Yeah, you're correct. That's why everybody was inside because of that. Everybody was inside because of that. YouTube lost traffic. I won't be hard on myself. People are in and out. Yeah, I mean, huge. Like if you go in and you look at your views over the course of the past, 14 months, you're going to see this swell that happens for most people. Not every channel. You're going to see a swell, then you're going to see it trickle off. All right, next question here. Ray J, that answers your question. The next question comes from Uncooked Fishing. Thanks for coming back. I had the same 31 subscribers for a month now. how, ooh, my mouse just quit. Hold on here. How do I get more subscribers? You've had 31 subscribers for a month now. Going to take a look at your channel here. Uncooked Fishing, you've got 32 subscribers. And you've got, so you have 5 videos, right? So here's what's happened. You have made 5 videos over the course of a month, and you've been able to get 32 subscribers. And out of those 32 subscribers, I'm guessing a couple of them might be people that you know. So you've got a handful of subscribers out of 5 videos. You're actually doing great. You're doing great. You get more subscribers by making more videos that people like. If people like your videos, they're going to subscribe. If people don't like your videos, they're not going to watch more of your videos, and they're probably not going to subscribe. So if you want more subscribers, you need to make more videos. Right? Like you've got this one video here, Catfish Adventures Gone Wrong, 600 views on that thing. And then from there, it just all kind of tapered down. So I would do more videos talking about Catfish Adventures Gone Wrong because that really connected. That really connected. So do more Catfish Adventures Gone Wrong and see if you can make make lightning strike twice. Just keep going. Man, you got 5 videos. And truth be told, I think at five videos, it's too early to worry about subscribers. I know, and we just talked about this in the member stream before this one. When we start out, we want subscribers, right? We want subscribers, we want views, we want all of these things because we think those are the things that matter. But subscribers doesn't matter. Like that doesn't matter. YouTube does not look at subscribers and boost our videos because of our number of subscribers. It doesn't work that way, right? Channel authority can make a difference. The amount of content that you have, how people react to your videos, right? Video performance, those things make a difference. The subscriber number, like I don't get a boost because I have a certain level of subscribers and somebody else doesn't. I get a boost because YouTube knows my channel is an authority on a particular topic, and YouTube knows how people respond to my videos. That's what gives me a boost. So instead of focusing on, hey, I need more than 31 subscribers, focus on how can I continually make videos that get more views, that get people more engaged, and focus on how do I get people to watch one video and then get them to go watch a second video. Like if you really want to win on YouTube, that's where the juice is. Getting people from one video to another video. The last thing you want people to do is watch one video and stop. That's not what YouTube wants, right? We want subscribers. YouTube wants to keep people on the platform. YouTube wants to keep people watching. So your goal, my goal, all of our goal is to get people to watch the next video and then get them to watch another video, right? And even if they leave your channel, they stay on YouTube. So YouTube gives us cards. Use the card. YouTube gives us end screens. Use the end screen. YouTube gives us pinned comments. Use the pinned comment. YouTube gives us description links. Use the links that you can put in the description. Use all of those things and link them out to another video that's relevant to the one that they just watched. Think about, okay, well, they just watched this video. What would be a good part 2 for this video? And that's the video that you link out to with all of those places, right? Focus on that for all of your videos. What's the next video to get them to watch? If you focus on that, subscribers are going to come, right? YouTube's going to see that people like one video and they're going to go watch another one. YouTube says, wow, people want to watch 2 videos from this channel, sometimes 3 videos from this channel. Why is Siri acting up? Shut up, Siri. I got to turn this off. Sorry about that, right? That's what you focus on. Focusing on the subscribers is putting the cart before the horse. And I know that seems counterintuitive because we're led to believe that that matters, but it doesn't. In terms of success on YouTube, in terms of how fast your channel is going to succeed, it comes down to video performance and how people just respond to your content in general. Hey, Fat Squatch, how you doing, man? All right, next question. Dusty Go Goat asks the next question. And it is, a few weeks ago, you were looking at my channel and started talking about my thumbnails, but never finished your comment, and it's killing me. What were you going to say? Okay, well, first of all, that's hilarious, and I don't remember looking at your thumbnails, so I definitely don't remember what was I going to say. I don't remember what I was going to say an hour ago, And I definitely have never looked at your channel. You might be confusing me with my brother, Nick Nimmin, perhaps. For certain, I don't think I've, but then again, you know, maybe I don't know. I've never looked at your channel. But I'll say this, Dusty Go Goat, channel art looks good. You're doing Pokemon. I think your thumbnails look great. I think your thumbnails look fantastic. I'll tell you. So Pat Flynn, if you want to talk about somebody who's just jamming right now with Pokemon, hold on. I don't remember his channel name. Give me 1 second here. Here it is. So Pat Flynn, and let me share this. So for those of you who are into Pokemon and you've got channels based around Pokemon, I want you to go follow Pat Flynn right here. It's Deep Pocket Monster. Pat Flynn has blown this channel up. Study what he's doing. Look at the things that he's doing because this channel is on fire. He started this channel 4 months ago. In 4 months, Pat's been able to rack up 40,000 subscribers. And look at the kind of views that he's getting. 6,000 views from 1 day ago, 9,000 views from 2 days ago, 100,000 views from 1 week ago. So he truly understands his audience. He knows what his audience wants, and he's able to make content for them. So if you're making Pokemon content, go study Pat. Yeah, so, I looked, that's funny. I truly don't remember looking at your channel. My brother may have looked at your channel. I don't think it was me. I mean, I can't even remember looking at your channel, so I definitely don't know what I was going to say. Next question from Zaley, who says, hey, I just started posting shorts on my channel. Congratulations, and I was wondering how often should I post a short? Well, I think one mistake that I'm seeing a lot of people do with shorts is they are, that's right, 4 months, 40,000 in 4 months, and he's getting, 6,000, 9,000, 100,000 views on a video. He's knocking it out of the park with this one, so go see what he's doing. Hey, One Day Adventures, what's going on? Did you change your name? I think you changed your channel name. Pat Flynn is having a hell of a time. He is. He's absolutely killing it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hold on. D, highlight my comment, leave it on screen just to say not sponsored. Not sponsored. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so YouTube Shorts. I think a mistake a lot of people are making. I see people uploading, 3, 4, 5 shorts a day. They're kind of brute force uploading with shorts and nothing's connecting. Here's what we know about shorts. We know that shorts is still being developed. We know the algorithm is still being tweaked. So we don't have a definite answer yet on best practices for shorts because it's continually changing. YouTube is molding this and kind of beating it into shape as we go. I would say this. If you want to upload a lot of shorts, upload 1 a day. See if they connect. But do this. Make sure if you're uploading through your desktop computer, make sure that you are not notifying your subscribers if you're uploading a short a day or multiple shorts per day, because they're going to get those notifications and they're going to get really tired of getting those notifications. You can turn that off inside of the process of actually uploading video. So don't notify your subscribers of every single short that you put up if you are brute force uploading shorts. Other than that, there isn't a best practices yet for shorts, right? It's too new. All I can say is that the competition is getting more and more fierce because everybody's trying to make shorts now, and there's only a limited amount of space to actually show up in the short shelf. So just keep uploading. Maybe you'll get some that are winners, but I'll also say this. Take that same short and upload it to TikTok. Take the same short, upload it to Dubsmash and Likey and Byte and Instagram Reels. You already have the content, put it up on other platforms because you might be able to build an audience there. Because discoverability on the other platforms is still a lot easier than it is on YouTube. Phyllis Banks asks the next question, who says, hey, do you wanted to know how I can reach viewers from different countries? Hydration. Also, what do you think of my channel at a first glance? Okay, so I'm not pulling up channels right now. I just reasonably pull them up. How can you reach viewers for different countries? Okay, so it depends on the language of your video. If you're making content in English, you're only going to appeal to English speakers, right? So, and I'm just throwing this out there. So if you're speaking English, you're going to get viewers from Obviously, United States and Canada and the Philippines and Indonesia and different, you're going to get certain places, but a lot of places you're not going to get views, right? Because a lot of people in certain countries don't speak English as a first language. But let's say you're making your videos in Hindi. Maybe you're Indian and you're making videos in Hindi. Well, you're limiting the amount of people who can actually see your videos. Or maybe you're in Brazil and you're making your videos in Brazilian Portuguese. You're going to limit the amount of people who can actually see your videos. So you got to think about where your audience is in the first place, and you just got to keep making those videos. If people in other countries who speak your language, if they like your videos, they'll eventually find your videos. It just might take a while. But it comes down to language, right? The worst thing that you could do is make a multi-language channel, right? If you're doing one language, stick with one language, right? If you speak Spanish and English, pick one and run with it. If you feel like you need to do both, then put those on two different channels because those are two totally different audiences. Next question comes from the Jesus Movement. Interesting name there. How can I improve my overall channel engagement and upgrade our look? Okay, so again, I'm not pulling up channels, so I'm not going to talk about improving your look. I'm not going to pull you up to do that. But I can say this, just looking at it here, I think your overall look is attractive. I think the overall vibe that you've got going on is okay. In terms of engagement, by that, I guess you mean you want people to comment and you want people to like. I need to hydrate here. So getting people to engage, it actually isn't that difficult. When it comes to getting people to leave a comment, the easiest thing you can do is take away any thought that they have so they don't have to think about why they should leave a comment, right? You never want to just say, hey, leave a comment. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. You never want to do that. You don't want people to have to think about, what should I talk about? What should I leave a comment about? Give them a reason to leave a comment. And I've used this example before, but let's say I make a video and the video is the top 5 video editing apps for Android. That's the title of the video. Top 5 video editing apps for Android. And I want comments on the video. Like, okay, I want to drive engagement on this video. In the video, early on, right? Because I'm going to have my hook. I'm definitely going to have my hook. The video might start and I might say, in this video, I'm going to show you the top 5 video editing apps for Android. And if your app didn't make this list, go down, leave a comment, and let me know what that app is, and I'll see if I can put it in a future video. Right? I gave them my hook, and I gave them a reason to go down and leave a comment. So they can watch the video, and if their favorite app didn't make the list, I just gave them a reason to go down and tell me what that app is. Right? Give them a reason. Ask a question. Is this your first time coming to the channel? Go down in the comments and drop a hashtag new if it's your first time here so I can give you a proper welcome to the channel. Give them a reason to go down and leave a comment. Don't put the burden on them to think about what it is that they have to come up with. You can also ask them just to give a like. Giving a like, giving a thumbs up is probably the easiest thing you can do because it takes the least amount of effort. All they have to do is just go click. It's still engagement. YouTube still looks at that as engagement. In terms of getting people to subscribe to your channel, Roger Wakefield, what is going on, my man? In terms of getting people to subscribe to your channel, always lead with value. Always lead with value. For example, I just told you about the video topic, right? Best 5 video editing apps for Android. I know that they've got an Android. I know they're there to learn about live streaming. So I might say something, right? I'm not just going to say, hey, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to say, if you want to learn more about live streaming with your Android, hit the subscribe button, followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos that can make you a better live streamer. Right? I led with value. I let them know what they're going to get if they subscribe to the channel. So always lead with value. Roger Wakefield, how you doing, my man? Hope you are doing well. That's hilarious. D is Nick's father. Oh, I'm your father. Yeah, if you guys want to see someone who's just doing everything right on every platform, go follow Roger Wakefield. Roger Wakefield's a plumber. He is a plumber who has taken YouTube and TikTok and every other platform by storm. I love it. I love it. All right, next question comes from Zane. Best free editors and thumbnail makers. And you said you have a desktop. Okay, so best free video editor for a computer is going to be DaVinci Resolve. Best thumbnail maker, You can use the free version of Canva. You can go to canva.com. They have templates. You can use their templates. If you go to placeit.net, they don't have a ton of free ones over there, but they do have some free ones. You can also use something like photopea.com, P-E-A, photopea.com, which is an online browser-based version of Photoshop. You start with a blank canvas, but you can totally use that for free as well. Next question from Chris and Ian, who says, can you take a peep at my channel? I'm getting the views, but so far it slows subscribers. Thanks. Again, I'm not pulling up channels today. I'm not doing channel reviews, but I will take a peek right here just to see what's going on your channel here. See how long you've been on YouTube to begin with. So you've been on YouTube for 4 months. You've only got a handful of videos up there. 184 subscribers. So I think you're on the right path. It looks like you're doing challenges and lifestyle, family, couple type content. Those types of channels are generally slower to grow because you have to let YouTube know what your channel is about, and they need to understand the right audience for your videos, so on and so forth. So you're just doing like, you know, fun facts about Chris and Lan, I'm sorry, I pronounced your name incorrectly. Fun facts about Chris and Lan. Okay, now here's something to keep in mind. Until people understand who Chris and Lan are, people don't really care. So in terms of coming up with the topics and the titles that are going to appeal to a broader audience, try to think about what could we do that could reach a broader audience. Because if you're doing things like things about Chris and Lan, people don't know you yet, right? There's a weird thing that happens with social media where people don't care about you until you've given them enough value or entertainment for them to care about you. Right? So starting out, it's hard to get anybody to care. But once that shift happens where you've entertained them or inspired them or motivated them or you've taught them something, made them laugh, made them cry, whatever it is, until that happens, they don't care about you. But once it does happen, then they're on board. Right? So just using Chris and Lan out of the gate, I don't think that's going to get you really far in terms of, you know, expanding to a wider audience. But you do have 184 subscribers. You are getting, you know, 100 views, 200 views, that sort of thing. So I definitely think you're on the right path. I think you just need more, you need more content, and you need to focus more on maybe relationship issues, right? Focus on couples things. Instead of leaning on the Chris and Lan, focus more on relationship, couples, relationships, that sorts of things, and pull people in that way. And just keep going. You don't have a lot of content. So I think you're doing great. For the amount of views that you're getting, like how we met, our love story time, that's fantastic. And you got 1,000 views on there. So keep going, keep uploading content. You've got 184 subscribers. You're getting some views, so you're on the right path. Just keep going. Keep going. You got to understand that YouTube takes a while, right? And different types of niches can take longer than others, right? If you're doing how-to type content, that can be a little bit faster than lifestyle or couple style content because people aren't actually looking for the content that you're making. So just keep going. I think you're off to a great start. Next question is from Gronimus NPK. Is my channel growth as well as my branding good? I'm wondering, based on my channel content, if there's hope for me. Well, there's always hope for you. I'm on YouTube. Also, is my branding powerful and effective? Okay, here's the thing. I can give your channel a peek right here in terms of your branding. Okay, I know I said I'm not doing channel reviews, and I'm not going to get into channel reviews today. Hey, I get a super chat.
Super chat.
DIY Solar Homestead. Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Says, I will ask questions in the beginning of the videos to get more comments. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good strategy. If you're trying to drive comments to your channel, you definitely want to front load that. By front loading, I mean you want to put it towards the beginning of the video, because if you go in and you look at your audience retention, most channels are it's going to slowly start to decline over time, which means people are clicking away. They're going to do something else. Putting calls of action to any time, asking them to do anything, putting that towards the beginning of the content or the beginning of the video, that's a lot more helpful because more people are going to see it that way. Having said that, let me hydrate. Having said that, you also have to be careful about asking people to do too many things. And this is where a lot of channels go wrong. If you're asking people to do too many things early on, that could be working against you. right? A lot of channels like, hey, be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this a like, give this a share, be sure to go down and leave a comment. That's asking a lot from someone who doesn't know you yet, or you haven't built that relationship with them yet, or it's just a lot to ask in general. So I would say if you're going to have a call to action, whatever that is, maybe you're asking them to subscribe or give them a like, leave a comment, whatever it is, I would reduce that to just one thing at the beginning so you don't overwhelm the viewer. Thrift Beast, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. Hey, Larcia, how you doing? All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah, back to your branding. Okay, so yeah, I didn't want to get into channel reviews, but this question asked about branding. And I think this is a great opportunity here. So this channel asked, and this is going to be a group effort here for answering this. This channel right here wants to know what we think about their branding and if we think it's powerful. Okay, so I want everyone in the chat right now. I think there's 80 people watching or something like that. Where are we at? 79, 80 people. Yeah, there's 80 people watching right now. What do you think about this branding here? Because I'm going to tell you this. And, you know, this is one of the situations where a lot of people can get caught up in what, you know, like, wow, here's my branding, here's my packaging, here's my artwork and all of this. I think the font looks good. I think the graphics look amazing, but I don't know what your channel's about necessarily. I think it has something to do about growing your own. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get demonetized from YouTube, but I think it has to do with growing, but I'm not sure, right? So your graphics look cool, but what you need to do here is come up with something that you can add to this. So someone like me who's not sure yet about what your channel is like, just one quick, short little sentence or a couple of words up there that tells me what your channel's about, right? Right here. No visuals give me context. Cyber Turtle's lost. Pixelpia, I have no idea what it's about. Four videos, to be honest, there's no band yet. Exactly, that's true. When I look at it, I don't know what the channel's about. Savvy coming in with that, right? So think about a tagline, right? Just something that you can say on here to let people know what it is that's happening on your channel. So in terms of your branding, right? I'll say this, the graphics look good, but I have no idea what's happening on your channel. Therefore, the graphics are not doing a very good job because I should be able to look at your channel here on your thumbnails, in your channel art, and I should be able to say, oh, I know exactly what's happening with your on this video. I know exactly what's happening with the channel art and on the channel in general. And I just don't know. I see the leaf in the background, but it's really dark and I have to like look for it. You got to understand when it comes to YouTube. And then reading your titles, now I know what it's about. But you have to understand with YouTube, you have a split second to get someone's attention, right? Like you're scrolling, people are scrolling, they're scrolling. If your thumbnail does not get their attention immediately, they're going to scroll past, right? So you need to think of clarity. Maybe try this. And I don't know YouTube's policy on this. So I know some places it's legal, some places it's not illegal. I don't know YouTube's official policy on this. Here's something that I would consider doing for you. Like maybe in the corner of every single thumbnail, down in the corner, just put a leaf, right? Put a green leaf, just so that leaf immediately, for those people who are interested in that, they immediately identify what this is about. Maybe up here in your channel art, maybe you got leaves in the background, but they don't stick out. So maybe you've got one green leaf somewhere that stands out. So I'm just like, Gronimus NPK, and I don't know what that is. I think I know what it's about, but if I saw like a little green leaf right there, boom, I know exactly what's going on. So think about adding just a little bit to this to get your messaging, just make your messaging clear for people who have to think about what's going on. Because you never want people to have to pause and think about what's happening on the channel. You want it to be instantly clear what's happening in every thumbnail, what's happening with your channel art, what's happening with your topics, super clear on everything. But other than that, I mean, yeah, font choices, colors, I think all that stuff looks great. Just I think that one little addition, the one little green leaf dropped on everything, I think that would make a big difference in terms of overall clarity. All right, next question. No idea what it's about, right? Hey, Pete Johns, how's it doing? How's it doing? I can't speak. How's it going, man? All right, next question. SX Sparrow asks the next question. It says, if I enjoy and make mainly oversaturated gameplay content, how can I push the viewer count up without switching my main game? Okay, well, here's your question. You like to play oversaturated content. And you're asking me, how do you push up the views? Okay. If you're doing oversaturated anything, doesn't matter if it's gaming or art or whatever it is, oversaturated anything, and you want to be noticed, you want to be seen, you got to be better. You got to be better. And by better, I mean, you either need to, since you're playing a game, you need to dominate that game. You need to just crush at that game. Or you need to be teaching people how to play the game. Or you need to bring something new to the table. Maybe it's just an over-the-top personality or some unusual personality or just something that people haven't seen before, right? So you're in an oversaturated market and you want to stand out, you got to be better. You got to find a way to be better. Otherwise, you're not going to stand out. Next question from Toys Fun Fams Games. We have an MFK toy review channel. Reasonably successful with lots of brand deals. Became frustrated because of COPPA restrictions. Yeah, man, that slayed a lot of channels. I started a gaming channel back in September 2020. I'm stuck at 4,000 subscribers. Playing Roblox adopt me mostly. I tried playing new games to attract new subs, but currently regulars keep asking us to switch back. How do we grow? Do we keep playing one game or just push out with other games? Thanks in advance. Okay, so first of all, I sorry to hear that your review channel took a hit. I know a lot of children's channels, toy channels, just got decimated with COPPA, and I'm very sorry to hear that. So gaming, same thing I just talked about, right? If you're doing any sort of gaming channel, you have to find a way to stand out. You have to find a way to be different. If you are doing, right, you're playing Roblox. If you're making the same videos that everyone else is making, why should anybody watch you, right? So you're going to have to find a way to stand out. Maybe you're great at the game. Maybe you're super entertaining. Maybe you're the most engaging player that's playing the game. Maybe you're editing. Maybe, I don't know if you're doing live streams or just uploading your videos or not, but maybe your editing is just unbelievably entertaining, right? You're going to have to find something to bring to the table that makes you stand out. Otherwise, you are lost in the sea of gamers, right? Gaming is tough. Gaming is really tough. Music is really tough, right? A lot of musicians on the platform say, how do I get noticed as a musician? You got to be a good musician, right? You need to write great songs, or you need to be teaching people how to play or create music, or you need to teach people. Pete Johns is in here. Pete Johns is growing a fantastic channel, and he's got a great audience, and he teaches people how to record using iOS devices, right? So he's found his little niche, and he went in that way. But if he would have just went in and be like, hey, I'm Pete Johns, and I just want to show you how to record music, he would have probably eventually succeeded, but competition is fierce, right? Everybody is teaching you how to produce music on the internet. But Pete was like, hey, I'm going to show you how to do iOS specific. I'm going to show you how to make music on your iPad. I'm going to show you how to make music on your iPhone. Because of that, he carved out his little niche. He found a way to stand out. So that's what you gamers have to do. That's what musicians have to do. You guys have to find a way to be noticed. You have to find a way to stand out. If you're doing the same thing that everyone else is doing, that you're not going to make it. You're going to have the slow growth. You're going to be stagnant. You're going to figure out why am I not growing? So you get it. Easier said than done, I know, but you have to find a way to stand out. That's what it comes down to when it comes to gaming, right? It can mean you're a great gamer. Maybe you're just teaching people how to play the game. How do you beat the game? How do you play the game? Maybe you're targeting beginners. Maybe you're walking them through the process from being a beginner to being an advanced player. I mean, there's lots of different ways to approach this, but you got to find your way of standing out. Don't do what everybody else is doing. That's that long comment condensed down to something short. Don't do what everybody else is doing, and that includes your thumbnails. Make sure your thumbnails stand out a little bit, right? Maybe yours are a little more vibrant. Maybe yours have some weird thing on it that make them stand out above all the rest. Or go to YouTube, type in the game that you're playing, look at all the thumbnails, stick your thumbnail on there and say, okay, what can I do to this thumbnail to stand out against all of these other thumbnails, and do that. Yeah, gaming is tough. Gaming is really tough. Next question, to divine and detect. Question is, how important is the design of your channel page? What are the most important features to have active on your page? Okay, that's a great question. Let me look at your channel to see what's going on here. So in terms of design, okay, so in terms of design, your channel art is not going to make or break the channel. It just helps with clarity, right? Everything that you can do on your channel, from your thumbnails to your topics, your titles, your descriptions, your channel art, your avatar, everything that you can do that can add to some sort of clarity. So when somebody stumbles across your channel, they don't have to figure out what's going on, right? They watch one video for whatever reason. I wonder what else they got going on over here. They click over and they look at all your other content and they're like, I have no idea what's going on in this channel. It's a mess, right? The cleaner you can make your channel, the more clarity you can add to your channel, the more it increases the chances that people might try to figure out, you know, okay, this channel is about this. I'm going to go find some other videos to watch. Now, your channel name, to dive and detect. I had an idea it was about diving. I get that. So, you know, again, I said I'm not doing channel reviews, but this is a good opportunity to talk about this. So your channel here is to dive and detect. So I'm thinking it's about scuba diving. Maybe you're looking, you know, underwater. That's exactly what it is. Boy, look at that. Underwater metal detecting, okay? So for your channel art, like, you need to have somebody go in the water with you, take a GoPro or whatever it is, to go out on a clear day, even if it's just to take pictures, get a picture of you in your outfit, scuba diving with a metal detector, and put that up in your channel art. So that image tells people right away what's happening on your channel. In terms of the actual layout, yeah, let's see, we're doing playlists. Okay, so you've got two playlists here. So here's the thing when it comes to playlists. You can organize your channel and lay this out in a way that makes sense for people, okay? Currently, you're just kind of doing things by default. You've got uploads, you've got shorts, you've got your channels down here at the bottom, and that's fine. But here's what you want to do. You want to build out playlists so people can binge watch your content. So what I would do is I would go through all of your videos and say, okay, how can I group these together? So let's say if you're doing beach metal detecting, right? Beach metal detecting. I think you already have one, beach metal detecting. Yeah, you do. Beach metal detecting. You've got 8 videos in there. You should put that here on your homepage. Let me show you where to do that. So if you go inside of YouTube Studio, and if you're doing this on a phone or a tablet, you need to put it your browser in desktop mode and come in and do it this way. Actually, no, I'm wrong. Put it in desktop mode. Oh, I stopped sharing my screen. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that happened. Let me share my screen again. If you're a mobile user, put your browser in desktop mode. And desktop users can just follow along. Come to your channel and then come to Customize Channel, which is this right here. Then you're going to click on Customize Channel, and it's going to take you to this page right here. All right, so here you have the option to do your video spotlight, right? You have one video for channel trailer for people who haven't subscribed and a feature video for returning subscribers. I don't like to think in terms of channel trailer. Right? Nobody wants to watch your trailer, okay? Here's what I like to do. I like to think about, for a video here, right, for people who have not, just forget about channel trailer, think about it as a video for people who have not subscribed. This first video is a great video to put one of your highest performing videos on there. Or if you've got a sponsored video that you're trying to get attention to that sponsored video, put that there. So this is a highlight video, right? Like I want to put something here that performs really well or that brings attention to something. The second video, You can put your latest video there if you want. So this is people who are already subscribed to your channel. They know what's going on. You can put your latest video there if you want, or more sponsored content, whatever you want to do. You can do that. Now, come down here to your featured sections. Every playlist that you add, you can add it here in your featured section. And what you want to do, and I've got mine maxed out right now. So if yours was not maxed out, you would come here and you would click on Add Section, and you would have an option to add your playlist. And it's going to add them to this section here. And you can just come through and you can actually grab these and you can order them and move them around. So think about making binge watchable playlists where people can watch one video and then maybe go on to watch a couple of videos. So group videos together, put them in a playlist, just like you did with the beach metal detecting. That's one playlist. Stick that up there at the top. You could also teach people how to dive and do metal detecting underwater. So you could have an entire playlist, beginner's guide to underwater metal detecting. Beginner's Guide to Underwater Metal Detecting. Maybe that's the first playlist when somebody hits your channel. You put that right up at the top, and you can make, 4 or 5 videos, teach people how to do it, and stick it right up there at the top, right? You can break those playlists down by interests and then let people go in and find their way from there. Hey, Tim, how you doing? All right, next question. Comes from Maked Uchila 6467. Let's see, I've not uploaded in a bit because I don't know what the people like. Okay. What kind of editor should I use for my gaming channel? Okay, so you've got a gaming channel. You're wondering what video editor that you want to use. Use any video editor that you want. If you're having a phone. Okay, you're doing this on a phone. Look at CapCut. Look at VN or VLLO. Those are free video editors. They're going to work on Android. The most important thing when it comes to video editing, especially from someone who's just getting started, is find one that makes sense to you. Some video editors are just overly complicated. It doesn't make sense when you open it up. So download all 3 of those, have a look at them, see if one of them stands out to you in terms of, oh, this actually makes more sense to me. Have a look at those and use the one that makes the most sense. Because you're just getting started, you don't need advanced editing. You don't need all these advanced tools. You just need something to make basic cuts. As your channel grows, as your experience grows in video editing, then you'll know better what you need as a video editor. Then you can look for other apps that have those features later. But those 3 will get you started. CapCut, VN, or VLLO. Next question comes from Dan Ginader Realtor, who asks, I started doing YouTube Shorts. 35 of my 79 subscribers are from YouTube Shorts. Under 15% of my subscribers watch my videos. Oh my goodness, there's a bug that just crawled into my drink. Holy cow. I just brought the drink up and there was some sort of a fly or something come crawling out of it. Holy cow. Okay, sorry about that. As a newish, about 7 months old channel, I think getting a lot of subscribers from Shorts has confused the YouTube algorithm, as those subscribers probably are not my ideal viewer. Someone looking to buy Orlando real estate. I'm thinking of starting a new channel since my impression seems to go down recently. Should I start a new channel or course correct my current one? Fantastic question, Dan. So, okay, here's the thing. If your current shorts are in alignment with the main content on your channel, okay? So if you're trying to reach people who are looking, let's say the content on your main channel, you're targeting people who are in Orlando looking to buy real estate. Okay, if that's what your shorts are about, don't worry about it. Okay, just don't worry about it. Just keep going. Just keep making content. I wouldn't lean fully into shorts, right? You can make shorts here and there, but I would definitely make more long-form content because that's going to stick around on YouTube. But as long as your shorts are targeting the same people, you're going to be good to go. You don't need to create a second channel. You can just focus more on the longer form content and just keep going that way. However, if you've made shorts that have nothing to do with people buying real estate in Orlando or real estate tips, if it has nothing to do with real estate at all. Let's say your shorts are challenges, or it's you at the bar, or a food recipe, and it has nothing to do with your target audience, delete those shorts. Delete those shorts and just keep moving forward with your long form content targeting the correct audience. me see if Dan is still in here. Yeah, Dan, if you have any questions about that, I'll keep an eye here in the chat for you. It depends, man. You know, as long as it's in alignment, I wouldn't worry about it. Keep moving forward. If you've done 2 different types of content, get rid of the shorts if they're different. Next question comes from Ray J, who says, would you recommend taking a break or posting less since people are watching? Oh, would you recommend taking a break or posting less since less people are watching YouTube? No. I mean, I would stick with your normal upload schedule. So if you have an upload schedule that you're okay with, that's not stressing you out, that you can keep on top of without, you know, causing you a lot of stress and problems, just keep up with it, you know, because here's what happens. A lot of these videos that we make, sometimes they don't catch on right out of the gate. But here's the thing. When winter comes, I feel like I'm in Game of Thrones. Winter's coming, right? As the season starts to cool down, as more people go inside again, guess what's going to happen? Views are going to come back up again for a lot of channels. Internet traffic's going to go back up again. And videos that might not have done well out of the gate now, they could get a boost later on if there's some relevancy thing that happens. For example, are you a gamer? You're a gaming channel. Okay, so I don't know what type of game that you're playing, but let's just say theoretically you're a Minecraft channel. Okay, views are down right now. People are outside. They're enjoying the weather. They're getting back out. They're traveling again. They're doing all the things that they used to do. Well, winter is going to come, okay? People are going to go back inside. And let's say something happens and there's some famous gamer who switches and starts playing Minecraft. And now Minecraft is something that everybody's talking about. Well, what you're going to see is you're going to see a spike in Minecraft. Minecraft's going to go up again. Well, guess who has Minecraft videos, and they might get a boost as well. Maybe yours. You know, just a perfect example here. And this applies to everybody. So give me a second. I'm going to pull something up. So this is a free service by Google. It's called Google Trends. Pia, got a super chat here.
Super chat.
Thank you, Pia, for the super chat. Buggy Water for the Niminutties. You got it. Yeah, now I'm going to look. Like legit, like I was drinking here and it just came crawling out. I don't know if you saw it fly away or not. So I'm going to tell you something really gross. So those of you who know, some of you might know, I've been stuck in Mexico since the whole world shut down, living in Airbnb. So we're in a new Airbnb now. We were in another Airbnb. Well, look at the shadow happening back here. Look at this thing. I can get rid of that. Hold on. We were in an Airbnb and I had the coffee maker. And at nighttime, I leave the top of the coffee maker open just so the humidity doesn't, you know, grow in there, and it can just kind of air out. So, like, I don't know how long it was in there, but one day I just happened to look into the top of the coffee maker when I was getting ready to pour water into it, and there was like a giant moth that was like plastered on the side of the inside of the coffee maker that had clearly been in there for quite some time. I don't know how long it had been in there, but it was like deteriorated, just blasted onto the side of the coffee maker. And I'd just been pouring my coffee in it, or my water every day. So I've been super gross. I was unintentionally drinking coffee mixed with giant moth DNA, I guess, for quite some time. I didn't notice, but it was just, yeah, it was kind of gross. Probably too much. Was that too much? Hey, John, man, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. Funny thing, John, YouTube suggested 2 of your videos to me today. It's so funny you popped up in here today. 2 videos in a row. Like, I'm not a runner. I'm not a runner, but YouTube was like, hey, here's 2 videos from John. Yeah, it tasted fine. It was coffee. I couldn't taste anything, right? I mean, you're talking about it boils the water and it drops it down and filters the coffee. So technically the DNA juice went through the coffee. So coffee flavored moth, I guess, is the new, coffee flavored moth is going to be the next thing at Starbucks. Keep an eye out for it. Oh, hey, Sawadee. How you doing? Shari Amor Travels. Sawadee Krap. I hope you were doing well in Thailand. Titastic sent you. Thanks for coming by to check out the stream. Maybe it's telling me to run. Come join us. Yeah, my knees wouldn't make it out past the parking lot. All right, next question. Answer your question about taking a break. No, just keep going. Keep going. Next question is from Unbiased Think. who says, are you using the paid version of StreamYard for your live streams? Yeah, so I am using the paid version of StreamYard. So here's what happens when it comes to StreamYard. Hey, Niels, how you doing, man? We've got small ants in our tea. Yeah, so Chari here is obviously in Thailand, so she probably knows very well about ants getting in your food. In Thailand, we call them, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but it's called mot, or mot, however you pronounce the tone on that. So it's ants. And same thing, right? It's a tropical environment. So if you leave food out, like little things like, like the rim of peanut butter, right? Like if I take off the screw top of peanut butter and I open it up, sometimes if there's any peanut butter on the edge, I'll have like tiny little ants that will be crawling around. And I'm just like, oh no. And little ants are everywhere in tropical. It's probably like living in Florida for those of you in the US. Ants everywhere. Oh yeah, so the paid version of StreamYard, that's what I'm using here. But here's what's going to happen. If you're using the free version of StreamYard, you are going to see this right here. You're going to see this little icon right here that says powered by StreamYard, right? You get to use StreamYard for up to 20 hours per month for free. It is going to come with this little watermark here. Using the free or the paid version is going to remove that. And they've got some other things too, like you can download individual audio tracks if you're paid. You can stream up to 1080p if you're paid, or I think free is 720. So there are some limitations there, but you can use it for free. And I am using the highest level of StreamYard to answer your question. Hey, Toys Fun Fams Games. Decaf. I don't even know what the point is of decaf. It's always going to be caffeinated. Always, always, always. Lots of COVID here. My wife got sick. Oh, man. Niels, listen, man. I know a lot of you are watching from India. We got another one from India right here. Listen, man, my heart goes out to you guys in India. I know you guys are going through it right now. Hope your wife is okay. Wow. I know you said you got vaccinated. YouTube is totally going to demonetize this. They listen to those keywords. Did you see Nick show his new puppy on the live stream Saturday? You know what's funny is I was hanging out in the chat for a while, and I did see that. I did see that. Just adorable, adorable little puppy. Pete Johns.
Super Chat.
That's what I'm talking about. Mug bugs. Hashtag mug bugs. Thanks, Pete, man. I appreciate it. So that's what we need. So somebody needs to make a mug, a coffee mug, with print on the inside that looks like little bugs, right? Like little printed bugs, just like down on the bottom or the inside. So when somebody looks at the bottom of the cup, they're like, oh my God, there's a bug in there. That'd be a funny thing to have, actually. Have you tried the Melon app? Yeah, so I tried Melon when it was, I had a beta version of Melon that I ended up, after the beta thing passed, I ended up paying for Melon for a month. It's okay. It's okay. Melon is a StreamYard competitor. It's not there yet. It's still new. I found it to be a little bit buggy. I like StreamYard better. In terms of browser-based streaming, I'm going to go with StreamYard on this one. Melon will probably get there. StreamYard owns that, so Streamlabs owns that, so they'll beat that into shape, but it's not there yet. Good to know, Neil. Why are you ignoring me? Probably because you're writing all in caps, and that would have been a great time to ask your question, because then I wouldn't be ignoring you, right? See how that works? All right, next question. Next question is from Mr. Pumpkin, who says, how to add a video to your outro. Okay, so you're talking about an end screen, right? Some people call them outros, some people call them end screens. Here's what I want you to think about an end screen. First of all, if you are gonna make a video, okay, you don't add that during a live stream. Technically you could do it from a live stream and you could trigger it to play at the end of your live stream, but if you're doing it during your video, you wanna take that video, record that video, and just put it at the end of your timeline. So whatever your timeline is, where you have your video that you're editing, you make that video and you put it at the end. Now, YouTube gives us up to 20 seconds in order to make that outro. Don't use all 20 seconds. Use like 10 or use 5. Don't waste a lot of time at the very end, because people are going to start to leave as soon as they know that your video is ending. So you just want to drop the ending on them, link out to that next video and end that video as soon as possible, right? If you stretch that out to the full 20 seconds, it's going to nosedive at the end, and that's actually going to hurt your audience retention, right? You can hurt yourself at the beginning of the video, and you can definitely hurt yourself at the ending of the video by making your end screen or your outro too long. But just take your outro, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and pull it onto your timeline at the very end, and you upload that with your actual video. Now, to get the other videos to show up on top of that so you can click on it, you need to go inside of YouTube Studio where your videos are uploaded and look for something called end screen, right? Your end screen. I can actually show you where that's at. Since I'm actually already logged in here, let me go into a video and show you where to do that. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. Now, the inside of my YouTube might look a little bit different from what you guys see because I'm beta testing something right now. Like you're not going to have this stuff right here. This isn't something that you're going to see. So just ignore that. And you're not going to see this yellow thing here. But what you want to do is come down over here to the side and you're going to look down here. This is where you add your end screens and you add your cards, right? So if you want a video to play under your end screen, you do that in your timeline. And then to actually add the clickable video on top of it, you come here and you can click on this and it's going to take you into an area like this where you can dictate how long it shows up. You can choose, best for viewer. You can choose a specific video, so on and so forth. And I want to disregard changes. I don't want to mess this up. All right. Next question. So I want to ask, is it live? Yeah, we're live. We're live. Welcome to the Sunday live stream. I'm answering YouTube questions. All right, next question. And by the way, I closed the form. I'm going to take questions out of the chat here in just a moment. Next question is Captain X Gaming, who says, I've been doing YouTube for about 2 years. I know how to do a lot of different things, and I'm having trouble focusing on one thing. I've done IRL content, gaming, and sports coverage. Right now, gaming makes the most sense for where I'm at. My question is, even though I want to do many things, I got to look at my cup, man. I'm just terrified of drinking a bug. Do you have any advice for me to stay focused? Yeah, so this is really easy. So you're throwing a bunch of stuff up on the wall to see what sticks. That's currently your strategy. Throwing these things up against the wall, seeing what sticks. Here's what you lean into. The stuff that's actually working. If you notice that your sports videos are getting way more views than your gaming videos or whatever type of video that you're making, make more videos like sports. Stop doing the stuff that doesn't work, right? That's really YouTube in a nutshell. Stop doing the things that are not working and go all in on the things that are working. Now, in terms of your focus, in terms of things that you're interested in, everybody in here is interested in tons of different things. Tell me what you guys are interested in. I'll tell you right now, I'm interested in, I love cosplay, I love music, I love Star Wars, I love movies, I love computers, I love phones, I love video production, I love traveling. Like I have all these interests, but I can't put them all into just one channel. That doesn't make sense, right? Tell me what you guys are interested in. I'm curious to see what you guys are interested in because, right, like everybody has this thing like they're making videos about, but then they have all these other interests as well. So you're going to have to figure that out. Like of all the things that I'm interested in, what can I make videos about? And of the things that you can make videos about, which one of these things are actually getting people to respond, right? Sometimes you make content and people don't respond to them. And you also need to think long-term based on your channel goals. What are your channel goals? Do you want to be a full-time YouTuber, a full-time creator who makes a living doing this? If you do, then you probably want to make sure that you are picking a niche that you can make money with. If you're picking a niche that you can't monetize or you can't make money with or it can't expand, even though people are responding, well, that might not be the way to go. So you have to make a couple of decisions here of, what am I interested in? What do people respond to? Can I monetize this? And I don't mean just by YouTube monetization. I mean, can you make money elsewhere? Is there opportunity here for you to make money long-term? I did not expect this one. The Muppets. The Muppets. Wow. I grew up with the Muppets. I grew up with the Muppets and the Fraggles, right? Fraggle Rock. Fraggle Rock and the Muppets were fantastic. Live streaming, medical coding. That's interesting. Comic book conventions, Stranger Things. I'm with you on the Muppets, live streaming, and Stranger Things. Fantastic. See, I love all this. Real quick, are shorts included in watch hours? Yes and no. So when a YouTube short goes into what's called the short shelf, those watch time hours will not count towards monetization. They don't count. But at the same time, that video can also be shown to your subscribers, not in the short shelf. It can also show up when somebody searches for something. It can show up in the homepage of YouTube where you recommend it to somebody. And those views do count. Those watch hours do count towards monetization. But what's in the short shelf, it does not. Hello, Brooklyn Loves Slots. Thanks for tuning in. Food craft, knitting, and more. See, African drumming, that's really cool. It's a hobby, but not something I make videos about, right? I love Philly sports, but I'm not a fanatic. I don't even have cable. Right? So Cherie, Amore is intimacy. Oh, man, I cannot even tell you what I would do right now for a Thai massage. Like a 2-hour time. Guys, if you have not had a Thai massage yet, yeah, my goodness. They will work like every... sometimes it can be a little painful, but they will work just every part of your body and you will feel amazing when you're finished. The beach, travel. Yeah, there you go. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So you guys are interested in so many different things. Neil's interested in mobile apps and web apps, right? So you got to pick the stuff based on your channel goals, based on what people respond to, and you just got to narrow it down. Just suck it up, narrow it down, right? We can't do everything, right? You're not going to be able to attract a good community by trying to do everything. Adam likes Cookie Monster. We want Cookie. That's what I'm talking about. Pixelpia says, hey, question. If I have some of my videos that I privated that I'm thinking about putting on a new channel, should I delete them from the original? Yes, you should, because YouTube does have a community guidelines thing called duplicate content. You'd probably be okay, but YouTube being YouTube, I wouldn't take the chance, right? Unless you're going to re-edit them. If you're going to re-edit them, that's a little bit different. But if you're just going to upload them as is, definitely delete them, put them on another channel so you don't get hit with the duplicate content community guideline strike. 200 baht for 1 hour. Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. P. Johns, chocolate and beer. You had me at hello, man. You had me at hello. Okay, next question. This is the last one before I take questions out of the chat. Next one is from Two Dogs Diggs, who says, we see 20 to 30% drop off on most videos. They barely know what we're talking about. Is that normal? How do you folks stay past the first 30 seconds? This is the best question of the night. So what's basically happening is they're talking about, let me pull up my some information here. Hold on. Let me go to analytics. And let me find a video that's actually doesn't have the best audience retention. Okay, yeah, this one's not the best, but okay, so here we go. So this is what they're talking about. They're having a 20 to 30% drop at the beginning. So this is what they're talking about right here. Let me get my doodler out. So they're talking about this graph. This is in YouTube Studio. Everybody has access to this. And what they're talking about is a drop off right here. So what you need to understand is during this time at the very beginning, it is natural to have some sort of a drop. Even my best videos have some sort of a drop. I've never started a video and it's just flat the whole way across. That generally doesn't happen once you start getting a lot of views, right? If you only got like 10 or 20 views, that's probably not the case. But if you start getting a lot of views, you're going to have some sort of a drop. During that time, people are deciding if they like you. Do they like your voice? Do they like your face? Do they like how you're presenting? Do they like your tone? Do they like your cadence? Are you speaking too slow? Are you speaking too fast? Are you taking too long to get to what you promised them the video is about? Right? People are making these decisions like immediately as soon as they click in on the video. So you promised them something with the title and the thumbnail, and they clicked, and now they're making these decisions on did they click on the right video or not, right? So some things that you can do at the very beginning. And by the way, I've got a video coming on this really soon. Some things that you can do at the very beginning to help lower your drop is get rid of your intro. How many people have an intro? If you've got an intro that you're using on your channel, say yes if you're using an intro. By an intro, that means you've got something that comes on for 5, 10, 15 seconds. You've got your logo thing coming on or something plays at the beginning. Serendipity Bakery, have a good one. Okay, so if you're using an intro, Contempo Coding says yes. Brooklyn Loves Slots says yes. Dan Ganniger Realtor says yes. Okay, now here's the thing. Intros can be great for branding, right? Branding, especially if you're running a business. It can be fantastic for branding. Here's what you need to think about. Number one, how long is your intro? If it's longer than 3 or 4 seconds, you're hurting yourself, okay? No one is looking on YouTube for your intro. That's not why people clicked. Here's how you can tell. You're right. You go inside of into YouTube Studio. Hey, Golf Coast Granny, how you doing? How you doing? My Kentucky twang just came out. Go into YouTube Studio. Go into any video. Click on Analytics. Right. Let me close this here. Let me back out here. So come into your channel content here in YouTube Studio. Click on any video. Go here to Analytics. And then what you want to do is here, you're going to land in Overview. Then you're going to scroll down here at the bottom. You're going to see this graph. And by the way, you can click around up here. You're going to see other things in here. Like you can see your reach. You can see all sorts of other data where your traffic came from. You can see your click-through rate. You can see your engagement. You can see all sorts of stuff in here. Right? You can see key moments for audience retention. So what you want to do is when you get to this area, you want to look at this very beginning part right here. Okay? And you can play your video. Let me turn off my volume. As you play your video, you're going to notice, see this little red line here that's moving? Right here. This little line is moving. Okay? Right there. Okay, you see what just happened? I just put something on the screen that made people leave. They didn't like that. See, look, can you see? Man, I wish I could make this larger. I'm going to take myself off the screen for a second here. I'm going to go full screen here. And I'm going to try to, let me see if I can enlarge this 1 second. So can you guys see this drop off right here? So right here, they're okay. They come and then they drop right there. So what you want to do is you want to find your intro and you want to see if that intro is causing people to leave. And you can see as soon as I flash that black screen that says your vibe attracts your tribe, it started a cliff. People are like, nope, I'm out. And that killed my video right there. So your intro can do the exact same thing. So you need to test this. If you see any drop at all when you play your intro, you need to get rid of your intro. All right. For most of you in the chat right now, I'm going to be as bold as say 90% of you in the chat right now, your intro is killing your video. So what you want to do is go in, hit play, watch this red line, and any drop off, you need to figure out why they're leaving. Watch that cliff. As soon as I flash the black screen, watch. Boom. Look what happens. People said, peace out. I'm not interested. As simple as that is, as harmless as you think that is, people left the video when I flashed the black screen. Right? That killed my entire video. I was holding them at the very beginning until I flashed that black screen. I thought that was perfectly fine because in other videos I've done that and it didn't hurt me. On this particular topic, I flashed that black screen and people left in huge numbers. And it is a cliff dive and they just started leaving. Hey, Christina Smallhorn, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. Okay, so this is something you need to watch. So if you're making a video intro, you have to look at this graph to see if people are leaving when you're showing your intro, because you could be killing yourself and you don't even know it. You could be sabotaging your video and you don't even realize that you're sabotaging your video. So everyone with an intro needs to check that out to see if people are leaving or not. And if they're leaving, get rid of the intro. No one is here for your intro, right? Now, if you don't see a drop at all, if you show your intro, it's short and sweet, and you're holding people the entire time, congratulations, your intro's great. But if there's any drop at all, ditch it. get rid of it. Stayed to the end and watched it twice. Loved it. What are we talking about here? Why? What is the point? I produce valuable videos to audience, but my channel is faceless and voiceless, and I put copyright-free music from Epidemic Sound as a background with the TTS. What are you talking about? Why? What is the point? The why is because the why, okay, what I just showed you, this why is because what you think you make versus how the audience responds usually are two totally different things. Everyone thinks they're making great content, but looking at that graph not only tells you if your intro is good or not, that graph as a whole tells you how people respond to your video. Every drop in that video is where people are losing interest or they're clicking away. Maybe they're clicking their card, maybe they're going to, maybe you told them to go to your description and they clicked off and went down to your description and they clicked away, right? But you have to go look through there, look at all of those drop-off points and say, what did I do here? Why did I cause this drop-off? And what you have to look for through video after video after video, you have to look for patterns, right? Every time I show this, people leave. Every time I say this, people leave. Every time I do that, it doesn't bother anybody. Or maybe people don't leave, but you see a bump. If the bump up happens, that usually comes from people that are rewinding to watch that part again. Or they're skipping from a part that's further back, they're skipping to that part. So you got to look at that graph and say, what's going on here? Why is this happening? You want to start looking for patterns, right? And it's a pain in the butt, right? Nobody likes looking at graphs. Nobody likes looking at data. But if you truly want to start analyzing to try to start figuring out, do people like my videos, right? YouTube gives us two amazing metrics to let us know how people are responding to our content. One of them is the click-through rate. And I just want to say the click-through rate is not the end-all, be-all, because the more views you get, the more impressions you get, the more it's usually going to drive your click-through rate down in most situations. So the click-through rate's not the end-all, be-all, but it's a decent indicator to let you know if people like your thumbnails or not. Your audience retention graph, that's everything. That lets you know how long people are watching your video, where people are leaving your video, where people are losing interest, right? So to get back to the initial question that Two Dogs Dig asks, how can you reduce that drop at the first 30 seconds, at the first 30 seconds? You do that by getting right to the point. You do that, as soon as somebody clicks play, give them some sort of a hook. It can be a visual hook. It can be something exciting that you show them. I don't know what type of content you make, so I can't give you an example with your channel. But for my channel, since I do tutorials, my hook is always telling them what the video is about. Hey, today I'm going to show you today I'm going to show you the top 5 video editing apps for Android. That's my opening hook. Now, after I give them my hook for my audience, you're going to have to test this for your audience. The longer it takes me from my hook to actually getting into what I promised them that the video is about, the longer it takes me to do that, the harder that fall is on my graph. That's killing my video. That's my video performance is tanking when I do that. So now what I do is I try to get into my actual video as quickly as possible. Now, if you're doing scientific videos or videos where you have to go at a slow pace, you have to be very detail oriented, your editing is not going to be so fast. You're going to speak a little bit slower. You're going to be a little bit more detailed, but your audience is going to understand that. I'm explaining what works with my audience, and these are things that people need to test if you see that big drop off at the beginning and you don't have an intro, right? Like, well, I don't have an intro, but I still get a drop off at the beginning. Maybe people don't like your audio. Maybe people don't like your pacing. A lot of people tell me I speak too fast, right? Think about this. I have a large portion of my audience watching from India, from Bangladesh, from Philippines, from Singapore, from Indonesia. Now, a lot of people there do speak English, but English is usually not their first language. So if I'm starting a video and I'm rapid fire speaking, there's a large portion of my audience might click off because maybe I just speak too fast for some of them. Or maybe, I have another demographic that are people that are over the age of 50 and over the age of 60. Maybe I speak too fast for them too. So, these are things that you're going to have to test with your channel, but open with a strong hook. Let them know they clicked the right video. Let them know what's coming, and then get into the content as quickly as possible. My hook is verbal. Yours could be visual. If you're doing really interesting videos, You could put like a teaser of just a couple of seconds of something really exciting that's going to happen later in the video, and then stop right before that exciting thing concludes, and then you can start talking, right? So you tease them little couple seconds of what's coming, get them excited. Well, what is this? And then stop right before it gets into it, and then start your video that way, right? Little hook, get into the video that way. So that's how you speed things up. That's how you get people through that first point. And it's something every single creator on the platform struggles with. We're always trying to reduce that drop at the beginning. And I know that was a super long answer, but it's a very important question because it applies to every single person in here. What? Yeah, you'll have to watch the replay. X outros time. Yeah, so, and outros are the same way, right? That end screen. As soon as people know the video is ending, they start to click off. So while you want to focus on not getting that drop at the beginning, the same thing at the end. The end can be a drop off too. So you want to drop the end of the video on them as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Zane says, for me, if I do a top 5 video, open with the first tip and then say this is a tip of the top 5 and do the second, it helped me. That's a great tip. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, there isn't one solid way to do this. You just need to do something in an exciting way or a relevant way that where people just want to continue to watch. The worst thing you can do is have an intro that makes people click away or just drag on and take entirely way too long to get into the video. You promise them something with the title. You promise the viewer something with the thumbnail. Deliver on that as quickly as possible.
Super Chat.
Women Blazing Trails, thank you so much for the super chat. It says, hola, ¿cómo estás? Do you have time to do a quick analytics breakdown for things to look at? What do you have? What do you have in mind? What do you want me to do? Are you asking me like, what do I think you should focus on? Yeah, I can do that right now. So again, if you're doing this on a phone, you're going to want to, I like to use the Chrome browser, right? I like to use the Chrome browser and put it in desktop mode and then go into YouTube Studio and then come in that way. Okay, so let's see. For everybody else with a desktop computer, let me pull up a video here and let's have a look. And these are the things that I'd recommend people to focus on. If you're just getting started or you're unsure of what to focus on, this is what I would focus on in addition to your messaging, and your packaging, which we can talk to here in just a moment. So just going right back into the analytics here. Right, here's the things that I would focus on the most. Right, so when you come in here to your analytics, to your video, scroll down here, right, your key moments for audience retention. So everything that I just mentioned, I would focus on this. Now, if you're a newer channel and you don't have a lot of views yet, and maybe your friends and family are watching your videos, you're not going to have a good indicator here of what's really happening. But if you're getting, 100 views plus that sort of thing, you're going to have a good indication of what's happening here. So what I would focus on is trying to avoid, and again, depending on the type of content you make, it's not that easy. But I would avoid drop-offs, right? Like that little drop-off at the end. What I did there was I let them know the video was ending, and they started clicking off, right? I could probably do this better, trying to reduce that drop right there. So don't go crazy over this because you can definitely drive yourself crazy, but you need to pay attention to it, right? Like if your graph goes like this and you see a drop like that, you need to figure out what you did there. Look at all those don't look at every tiny little drop, but look at the good side. Look at the ones where you look at it and you go, oh, that's a heck of a drop. Look at those. If you have them, you can press play and it will show you exactly what happened there. And then figure out, what did I say? What did I do? And then don't do that anymore, right? So that's really the main thing for somebody just getting started in terms of analytics. I can say, you could look at your click-through rate, but until you start getting a lot of views, I don't like to push people towards, focusing too hard on your click-through rate, because if you've only got 100 views and you got a 20% click-through rate, it looks great, but you've only got 100 views. Like it's not a good indicator of your thumbnail really being that good. If you've got 20,000 views and you got a 20% click-through rate, then yeah, you got a great thumbnail. But focus here on your audience retention, or just look for the drops, look for things that you can do to actually improve. Analytics-wise, that's the main thing that I have. In terms of things outside of your analytics, focus on your messaging, making sure that you're clear about who you're making videos for, right? You're making video, you're women blazing trails. If I remember right, you're making videos for women over the age of 50. Correct me if I'm wrong, but just making sure that every video you make speaks to that audience, making sure your thumbnails speak to that audience, making sure your channel trailer, the topics that you choose, making sure every single one of those things speaks to the audience that you're trying to connect with, making sure that you're connecting all of your videos together, making sure you're putting playlists together so people can binge watch your content. Make sure you're using the card, the end screen, the linked video in your description, your pinned comment, sending them off to relevant videos that are like the one they just watched. Like, focus on those things, right? Focus on becoming a better communicator. Focus on being more comfortable in front of the camera. Like, focus on those things, and then look at your audience retention. I wouldn't dig too deep into analytics with a brand new channel out of the gate, because you don't have a ton of information just yet. As your channel grows, as you start to get a lot of views, then you can start digging in more and trying to figure out what thumbnails look better or work better, or what type of videos work better, so on and so forth. But just starting out, trying to build that channel momentum, man, focus everything on learning how to communicate to your audience, even if it is a small audience. The better you can communicate to those people, right? Just think about one person, right? I'm trying to make a video for one person. The better you can communicate with that one person consistently, that's how you're going to win on YouTube, right? Like, I know how to talk to this one person, and you just keep making videos for that one person. Eventually, you're going to have a lot of videos. Eventually, YouTube is going to say, hey, this channel is an authority on this topic, right? These types of people like this channel, and this channel is becoming an authority on this topic, and people like this channel. And that's when momentum's going to start, that snowball is going to start rolling down the hill, and then YouTube's going to start putting your videos out in front of more people that they think are going to like your videos, and so on and so forth. So that's what you focus on. That one person is you. Great. Hey, Heidi, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. All right, I'm going to take some questions out of the chat here for a little bit. Let's see. Michael Prepper Tech says, talk about what you say you're going. Wait, hold on. Talk about what you say you're going to, and have a title and thumbnail match the content, and change it if it doesn't. Value and fulfillment of what you promise to answer or show. Yeah, YouTube is really, for the past couple of years, they've been leaning really hard on what they call viewer satisfaction. The more satisfied a viewer is after watching your videos, the more likely it is that they're going to recommend your videos to that viewer again, and other viewers that are like that viewer. Now, it's hard to quantify satisfaction, but they look at things like, did they give it a thumbs up? How long did they watch the video? Did they watch a good length of the video? Did they engage? Did they share it? Sometimes YouTube puts out little little graphics on the homepage that says, you just watched this video, what did you think? And you got to give them YouTube feedback. So YouTube's looking at that sort of thing. What are you saying, Savvy? On the flip side, if you live, what I say don't matter, as it's live and I didn't catch the first part of that, Savvy. Okay, D. Niman, how can you get your first 200 subs? Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if you have your first 100 subs yet. If you do have your first 100 subs, just keep going. You're going to get to 200 subs. When you're at the stage right now where you're trying to get your first 100 or your first 200, the best thing you can do is upload consistently, pick a topic, pick one niche, right? If you're uploading all these different sorts of topics, today I'm going to show you how I fixed a lawnmower. Tomorrow I'm going to play Minecraft. The day after that, I'm going to show you a chicken recipe. Like, that's going to make it really hard for you to grow. But if every video is in a similar niche and you're uploading consistently, and if you find that any of those videos start to do better than the other, make more videos like that. If you find that you don't have one video that does better than the others, just keep going. You just got to keep going. Sometimes YouTube can take a very long time to build the channel momentum. It can, especially if you're in the gaming niche, right? If you're gaming or you're a musician or you're in a niche that's heavily just super fierce in terms of competition, it can take a really long time because there's so many other channels that are better than you that you're competing with. And it's not that they're better because they necessarily know more than you. It's just that they've been on YouTube longer than you, so they might understand better about how to make a thumbnail or how to choose the right topics or how to edit, so on and so forth. It just takes a while. Let's see here. How much does it cost for a channel review? So I'm not doing channel reviews during this live stream. What I do is every Sunday at 6 p.m. CST on this channel, I do have a channel membership. It ranges, I think the cheapest one's like $1.99 a month, and then I think the highest level is like $4.99 a month, which is, it's like a coffee or less. And we have a private Facebook group where you can ask any questions and I answer them there. And every Sunday we have a members live stream before this one, and I do channel reviews there, but I don't like to get into channel reviews during this. Sometimes I pull people up here or there, but I don't like to actually get into channel reviews. So to answer your question, a channel review could be $1.99 or $4.99, but it happens either in the Facebook group or it happens during the members live stream. It's best to happen on the members live stream. Let's see, I'm getting here we go. D, thoughts on a channel trailer for non-subscribers on the YouTube homepage? Suggested length, music, yes or no, any tips? Yeah, so I'm not big on channel trailers, right? So I showed earlier on where you can add your channel trailer, and I don't like the term channel trailer. Instead of thinking about a trailer where you introduce your channel, take your highest performing video, as long as it's still relevant to the content you're making now. Take your highest performing video and put that there. Put a video that's a proven winner there. Right? You can go in. Let me find this. Give me 1 second here. I want to find something to show you guys how to do something really quick. Give me just a second. Okay, where'd it go? So if you go into, I'm not sharing my screen. Give me 1 second. So if you go into YouTube Studio and come down to Analytics, go into YouTube Studio, come down to Analytics, and then click on this right here for Show More. Right? If you click on Show More, it's going to pop open a page. Make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, it's going to pop open this page. It's going to look like this. And what you can do is you can scroll down. And first of all, look up here at the top, and you can sort the time here, right? I always like to look at like the last 90 days to see what's happening on my channel. So I'm going to sort by the last 90 days. Then I'm going to scroll down here at the bottom. And what YouTube will do, and it looks like their thing's a little bit jacked up at the second, but YouTube, you can sort your videos by views, watch time hours, subscribers, revenue, impressions, click-through rate. You can sort by these. So I can come in and I can click on, well, this is all jacked up right now. I can click on subscribers, and then YouTube is going to sort my videos over the last 90 days by subscribers. So I know that this video right here, YouTube Shorts, why you're not getting any views, I know that over the last 90 days, it has brought in 795 subscribers. I know how much money it's made. I know the click-through rate. I know the watch time that it's brought in. So depending on your channel goals, you can choose what you put up there for what non-subscribers and returning subscribers see. So if your goal is to reach monetization faster, then maybe you want to sort this by watch time hours. Maybe you want to put the video that has the most watch time hours in that spot because it's a proven video to get people to watch it longer. If your goal is to put a video there to drive more subscribers, then you can sort by subscribers and put that video up there. So depending on what, if you're like, hey, I'm trying to make more money, I can sort by revenue. So I can come here and I can say, okay, let's see which videos in the last 90 days brought in the most revenue. I can click, wow, well, YouTube is going crazy. It's not allowing me to click on this. Yeah, okay. I can sort by the most revenue. So I can say, okay, this video, how to enable dark mode on YouTube over the course of 90 days. It's brought in $300 or whatever. Okay, that's probably not the video I would put a sponsored video up before I did that, because that's not, I don't make a lot from ad revenue. But you could also go by click-through rate, right? Like the click-through rate on this, because I want people to click and watch, 26% on this video, with like over, well, almost 2 million views. So depending on your channel goals, you can sort these and you can organize these and put the right videos up there, right? So if you want more subscribers, find the video that's driven the most subscribers in the past 90 days and put that up there for non-subscribers, because there's a higher chance that it's going to convert them into subscribers. Alternatively, if you're working with a brand and you want to drive attention to that video for brand purposes or affiliate sales, or maybe you drive sales to your business or get people into your funnel, put that video there. So depending on your channel goals, those are the videos that you should put there. Don't make a channel trailer. That's prime real estate for your channel. Use it wisely based on what your goals are. If your goal is to drive them off of YouTube because you're trying to get people into your sales funnel, make a video that's a proven winner that you know is going to drive people off to do that. So everything's based on your channel goals. Hey, Fantastic. How you going? How you going? I keep saying that tonight. How you doing? Seismic Shock. What it do, D? Hey, what's happening, man? How you doing? How's it going? Yep. All right, so I'm going to be looking for some questions here in the chat. Fat Squatch Games, thank you so much. They provide so much value in memberships. Totally worth it. Appreciate that, man. Albert Newman, he answered your question. Yeah, and Christina's just cool like that. Some people just like to be supportive, and I appreciate you. And this sip of water, this sip of agua, is for you. And I saw that you just, so YouTube, was fun. I was telling John, who was in here earlier, YouTube suggested 2 of his videos to me today. And it suggested your live stream like 20 minutes after it finished. Let's see, my best video so far is exploring an abandoned junkyard. Yeah, so the thing is, though, if you're choosing the videos to put in those locations, right, for people who aren't subscribed yet, make sure that the video is still relevant to your channel. The reason why I don't put my Android video up there, like how to turn on dark mode on YouTube and Android, I regret making that video. Like, that doesn't help YouTubers. That doesn't help content creators. That doesn't help you. It helps an audience that wants nothing to do with the rest of the content on my channel. I teeter every day. I'm like, man, should I just delete this video? And I might someday. But I don't put that up there because that's not the right audience that I want to attract to my channel. I'll probably delete that someday. It's just too painful to rip that Band-Aid off. Question, how valuable is the community tab on YouTube, and what have you found it useful for? I think it's really useful, and I think that it's something that if you use on a regular basis that people can get used to you posting on. It's kind of like being consistent there. I found it really helpful for running polls. I found it interesting or helpful for letting people know things that I'm doing on other channels. I've used it for, and I've used this quite a bit, to where I'll publish something at like, say, 7 a.m., and then I might post it again in the community feed at like noon, or maybe a little bit later. So to where like I'll catch the United States when they're waking up, and then I'll post in the community feed, and I'll hit Asia when they're waking up. So I'll use it almost like another posting bump, right? And I always get a bump from that. So I've used it for that. I've used it for driving people into playlists. I've used it for giving life to older videos, where because if I'm getting asked the same question a lot, you know, people keep asking me the same question, but I've got a video on it, I'll post that. I'll be, hey, a lot of you are asking me questions on how to make a thumbnail with your phone. This video will help you do it. And maybe I'll drive, 500 views to that video. And then YouTube will see, oh, wow, there's 500 views, and they might give it a little boost sometimes. So I think I found the community tab to be incredibly helpful. And there's other little things that you can do too. I haven't done this one on my channel, but I know people who have done this with some success. They'll do things like they'll create a playlist. You guys are learning the pro tips now. They'll create a playlist with 2 or 3 videos. and they'll say, hey, I'm thinking about redoing one of these videos. I'm going to remake one of these videos. Which one should I remake? And they'll make a playlist specifically for this, and they'll put like 2 or 3 videos in there. And people who are really into the channels, a lot of them will go in and they'll watch these videos to figure out which one they want to make best. So they get watch time from it, and then they come back and they say, make this one again. So it's kind of a win-win all the way around. So there's all kinds of little things that you can do with it. Hey, Shelly, how you doing? Nice to see you, Shelly. I missed you coming in. I'm moving backwards here through the chat. I can't speak today. I haven't been able to speak. Well, I've never been able to speak properly, but since I got COVID, my tongue has just been tied, and I feel like I can't pull my thoughts together. I mean, I never could, but it's worse than ever now. Hope you're doing well, Shelly. Moving backwards here, see if I missed any questions. All right, I'm moving forward. Okay, question. Whenever I make a shorts video, I make a custom thumbnail in a horizontal position, but for some reason, YouTube uses one of the 3 vertical thumbnails with black bars. Why is that? Are you talking? Okay, so when your video goes into the short shelf, YouTube doesn't use your thumbnail. Your thumbnail should be used when it's not in the short shelf. Is that what you're saying? So what could be happening is your video is showing up in the short shelf and you're not seeing it there. Or are you saying that you're making a thumbnail and it's showing up on your actual page and your shorts playlist, and you're just telling me that it's showing up there without the thumbnail? If that's the case, so here's the thing about shorts. Shorts is a work in progress. They're constantly tweaking things. They're moving things around. They're breaking things. They're adding things. They're moving things. So it could be that if it's not showing your thumbnail on your actual YouTube page when it's outside of the short shelf, it could just be a glitch that's happening right now, something that they'll probably fix in the future. But yeah, shorts is all over the place right now. So I'm doing it all wrong. I need to change my trailers. I have the intro to my podcast as a trailer for new viewers. The only problem is my most popular video has nothing to do with my main topic. Okay, well, then don't use your most popular video. Like I said, you want it to be relevant with what's actually happening on the channel now. That's why I only search by the past 90 days, right? So I look for videos that are the most relevant now. Now, that being said, if you have a video that just makes you a lot of money, you're like, wow, I've got this video up there and I do really well with affiliate sales, use that video, right? But if you're just like, hey, this is my channel, this is what I'm about, XYZ, I mean, you can do that, but you just got to think, what does a viewer actually get out of that when they can actually just click off and go watch one of your videos? So if you're going to put something there that's most popular, choose a video that's popular now. Choose something that, it doesn't have to be popular. It could be something that gives you a lot of watch time. It could be something that it's just entertaining. You could do like a best of. You could make a new video, best of your podcast, and just put together a short little video there. So it's kind of a channel trailer, but it's also something that people would actually want to watch. You could test that up there too. There's a lot of different ways to do this. I have too many things up. Story of my life. On my channel analytics, it goes down because my videos lag. There's free recording software that will not lag. You're talking about your live streams are lagging. Okay, so if your live streams are lagging, it's probably your internet connection. Probably your internet. Two things. Okay, if you're live streaming from a phone, let's work this backwards. It always starts with your internet connection. I would say at the very least 4 megabits per second upload. At the very least, you can go to like what is it? Upload. What is it? I think it's speedtest.net. You can go to speedtest.net. Let's do this. I'm going to do a speed test right now while I'm streaming. So you can go to speedtest.net. And this may or may not work. Actually, I don't think this is going to work. Hold on. Yeah, I'm like live streaming, and I've had some problems with this. You can go to speedtest.net and do an upload speed. Usually your upload speed is the main culprit in terms of lag. But if your upload speed is good, 4, 5, 6, or 10 even, 10 megabits per second going up, the next thing's either going to be your computer or it's going to be your phone. It's just out of date and it can't handle what you're doing. So what you're going to have to do is lower your resolution. If you're trying to stream at 1080, strip down to 720. If you're doing 60 frames per second, go down to 30 frames per second. Like, you're going to have to reduce what it is that you're doing in order to get a better stream. Serenity Journey, how you doing? Let me see if I missed anything here. Going through the chat. I got one done, beta testing. It'll be live soon to contribute without getting into trouble. I can share D. Look out for the owner channel having members badges too. Cool. Right on, man. Have you seen yet? What? Have you seen Popcorn? Oh, Nick's talk. Yeah, so I was lurking during a live stream. So just so you know, anytime Nick is live, if I'm not in there with him, 9 out of 10 times I'm lurking. And a lot of times I'm just laying in bed because, by the time he's live and it's early for me. So sometimes I'll just be lurking and I don't want to chat. It's too early. My brain's not there yet. So yeah, I saw it. But the funny thing is I had to learn about Popcorn during a live stream. So I didn't know. He didn't tell me. So shame on him. Let's see. I understand. Thanks for clarifying. Happy to help. I was supposed to be off this week for surgery, but I got canceled, so I have to come up with a plan for the week. Hope everything's okay with you. I watch big YouTubers about faceless channels with copyright-free pixels, clips, and music from Epidemic Sound, and many big faceless channels are monetized. Why has YouTube changed its policy? Okay, so here's the thing. You can be monetized, if I'm understanding your question correctly. So lots of big channels are using clips from movies and things that they shouldn't be using clips for, and they get copyright claims. So there's a difference between a copyright claim and a copyright strike. The difference is a copyright claim means the person who owns the original content claims, that means they can get all the monetization for that particular video. And it does not hurt your channel, okay? It doesn't hurt your channel for getting that claim. Copyright strike means the person who owns the content, once that removed immediately, they issue a strike against your channel. If you get 3 copyright strikes within a 90-day period, YouTube terminates your channel. You're gone. You lose. Poof. You're out of there. You're out. Gone. You're off of YouTube, right? 3 strikes within a 90-day period, you're gone. Copyright claims don't hurt you that way. However, if you are not yet monetized and you have a history of any copyright issues, and you try to get into the YouTube Partner Program to get monetized, they can hold that against you. They can say, well, you got a history of copyright issues. We're not going to monetize you. But if you're already in the Partner Program, if you're already monetized, and you get a copyright claim, a lot of channels this happens to, all they do is lose monetization on that particular video. That's what happens. So it's not that they've changed their policy. It's just that some people don't care about making ad revenue. I hardly make anything on ad revenue. Ad revenue is at the absolute very bottom of my, I showed you when I showed my videos, like my top video for the last 90 days has made $320, right? When you look at the things that I make money with, that, I mean, yeah, I get it. Some parts of the world and in some situations that is a lot of money, but for my channel, I'm speaking, my situation, that's the least amount of money that my channel makes. So if I were to have a copyright claim and I lose monetization on a video, I wouldn't really worry about it because most of my videos don't make much money anyway for monetization. I make money elsewhere. Affiliate sales, sponsorships, brand deals, that sort of thing. Let's see here. I'm looking into the chat. Dan Tan is in the house. What's up, my man? Hope you're doing well. Mobile Gamer 717, how you doing? Super adorable, isn't he? I'm a little peeved. I'm a little upset with my bro. I'm a little upset that I didn't get a message. I'm a little upset I didn't get a picture of him holding and says, hey, we got a new dog. I didn't get the message. Shame on him. Give him hell. Give him hell the next time you see him in a live stream. Oh. Let's see. Contempo Coding says, I've been thinking about starting a second channel just to talk about business and YouTube revenue and stuff. Right now, I need another project. Like I need a hole in my head. taking on another channel is it's a huge task. I've been working slowly on a second channel myself, and I just haven't hit go yet because of that. I've got so much stuff going on that I just haven't. It's a commitment. So I feel you there. I feel you. Yeah, I want to know. Why didn't I get a picture? Why did I have to find out about a dog in a live stream? Is all I'm saying. Why did my brother not notify me that he got the most adorable little dog in the world? I don't have any strikes or claims. I'm talking about reused content. Oh, duplicate. Oh, what just happened? Okay, we've got I don't know what just happened here. So we're going to go to the integrated webcam. We're going to do a backup. Boom, I'm back. What just happened? My camera just crapped out on me. So I'm using the built-in camera on my laptop now. Apologies for the quality drop there. Okay, on that note, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me on the live stream today. Thank you for the awesome questions. Thank you for the thumbs up. If you haven't given us a thumbs up yet, go ahead and smash the thumbs up. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for being part of this community. I'll be back next Sunday. We'll do this again. And channel members, I'll see you in the Facebook group. I'll see you next Sunday as well. Everybody have an amazing rest of your week. Thanks for sharing your Sunday evening or Monday morning with me if you're in Asia. Cheers.